Welcome to this month's guided audio meditation. Here at the beginning, take some time now to settle into your core presence, that place where you touch into the steadiness that is never disturbed, where you connect with what you could call your internal center of gravity. So just take some time now to notice settling in. You might become aware of your spine, the way it supports your back. You might notice your pelvic floor, which is a very deep and comfortable place to settle. You might notice that your whole skeleton represents the internal infrastructure of support in your body. And so just noticing how it is to settle into the experience of your core presence, and remember that your core presence has as a significant aspect of being an awareness of your radiating, living wholeness, the contributions of your body, your emotions, your mental activity, your subtle energetic awareness, and your spiritual connection. And so notice how it feels to settle in even more deeply to the living reality of your wholeness, and how that wholeness radiates its own light throughout your whole body, mind, being. And as that light, it radiates your tone. You might think of it as your note and your quality, radiating what you add or contribute to your environment wherever you are, whenever it is. Even when you feel rattled or activated, your wholeness is always there. Your sense of wholeness is a home base you can return to all the time. And there in the core of your radiating wholeness, the light of your being, is that steadiness that cannot be disturbed. That steadiness that supports you from within all the time, without fail, whether you are aware of it or not. Remember the idea of foreground, background. If there are times you can't find your steadiness, it's because it has slipped into the background of awareness, but it cannot be lost. Nothing in your wholeness can be lost. So just noticing that your wholeness is always with you. The steadiness is always there. And the light of wholeness radiates through your entire being in every moment. It cannot be otherwise. Notice for a moment the environment into which your wholeness radiates right now. And notice what it's like to be aware of the fact that your energy, your tone, the quality of your being touches everything around you. We all have our own boundary and our own energetic integrity, and yet we touch everything around us in every moment, and everything around us touches us in every moment. We are interdependent in a world of interbeing. We exist together always. As Thich Nhat Hanh says, we are. It's why I always talk about all of our earth kin, whether human or non-human. We are all part of one interdependent, interbeing wholeness that is the life of our beautiful planet. So just notice and embrace your quality of wholeness, the light that radiates from you into this interdependent, interconnected family of beings that is our earth family, our earth kin of every kind. For this month's meditation on our earth kin, I want to invite you to bring to mind an earth kin that actually frightens you. An earth kin with whom or about whom you really aren't comfortable. And this isn't to say you have to like this earth kin or embrace it, but let's invite it in as part of Gaia's wholeness. And to notice what you experience when you touch into the radiating light of wholeness that arises within that particular earthkin. And so notice how it is to call to mind an earthkin that frightens you. And just noticing that's a feeling, it's perfectly okay. It may even be perfectly reasonable. But the goal right now is to notice that even that scary earthkin has its own radiating light of wholeness and has its place as part of the earth family, as part of our planet's wholeness. So I'll be silent now for a little bit as you just make room to notice the radiating light of wholeness in that particular earthkin. And again, I'm not asking you to force yourself to like it. This meditation is just to notice, even when you don't like it or you're frightened by it or of it, it's part of the earth's wholeness and has its own radiating light and tone of wholeness. I'll start speaking again in a little bit. Take a moment now to notice your heart space. Notice if your chest feels open and soft or tight. And let yourself, if you need to, soften your chest. Open your heart if it's not already open. Just noticing that you can open your heart to something that frightens you because it's simply an acknowledgement of the presence of that life form as part of the planet you are also part of. Just making room for noticing relationship and wholeness. Remember, wholeness doesn't leave out anything. Wholeness means everything. Just noticing your mixed feelings that might be here. Noticing where you might be surprisingly comfortable. Just noticing what your wholeness right now is bringing into awareness for you as you've done this meditation. As we get ready to close, take a moment to check back in with your underlying steadiness, with that core presence that is your deep home base, with your light of wholeness radiating into the world around you right now. And so, until next time, I wish you well. Take good care.